morning, good evening, or good afternoon. We're so happy and thankful you've decided to listen to our podcast today. My name is Jeremy, and I'm joined, as always, by the one, the weird, the only, Garrett Horn. How are you, sir?
I have a beard.
He does have a beard, and it looks pretty good.
First time in my life.
I don't have a beard.
It's okay.
I actually haven't seen much of you, buddy. I mean, we went to Nashville yesterday, but before that, we hadn't seen very much of each other this week, at least.
Yeah, you're too busy with school and girls and stuff like that. Girlfriend. So
yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll see you tonight too.
We will. Now we'll see each other everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Until you go to Cincinnati.
That's right. I am going to Cincinnati, and that does affect the show a little bit. But I will be back in a week, so I don't know how often we'll have a podcast coming out, but we'll tackle that at a later date. We're joined today by a very special guest and someone who gives us questions on the show every week, and his name is Gable Duke. How are you, sir?
Oh, hi everyone. Oh boy. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. I'm doing very well, thank you. Good to be here.
That was impressive.
That was really good, Caleb. I think your house is infested by a mouse.
Talking mice, yes. That's a problem.
Yes, yeah. Get an exterminator. Well, today on the show, if you can't tell, Gable's going to be bringing us some voice impressions for your enjoyment, and so we're excited about that. We're going to have the Clash of the Wits, as always, and we're going to have some food for thought that I've been thinking about in reference to the holidays, so I'll bring that to the table for a little bit. We have listener questions, as always, and the best advice in the world. So I think it's going to be an exciting episode for you today. So Gable, we were trying to talk about this show, and this episode's been in the works for a while, but we didn't really know how to set it up very well.
Yes.
So if this is a little rough, please forgive us. I am not a professional, and neither are the two gentlemen
Well,
sitting
neither
across
am
from
I.
yeah.
So
I am.
Kinda
Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
You are definitely not. No, just kidding. But so if this is a little rough, please forgive us. But you want to give us one of your favorites?
One of my favorites, yeah. So, first of all, me and my sister, we really enjoy quoting movies and stuff around the house a lot, and especially this time of year with Christmas movies and that sort of thing.
Right.
Especially How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the one with Jim Carrey in it. We quote that one a lot. We quote The Elf a lot. Those sorts of things. So those would probably be a couple of our favorites to do.
Right.
Both of us included. So
Like carry on conversations with each other.
yes, yeah, we'll carry out the quotes from the movies on and on.
Yeah.
And we'll just go until we crack up or whatever.
Right.
So.
Right.
And I'm sure you don't recognize that because she hardly ever talks anyway. So.
Yeah, I was
really
a comment.
surprised
Yeah.
by that.
I was about to make a comment. You know,
Yeah.
nobody ever hears from Josie, and
Yes.
I can't imagine her doing Minnie or something.
Oh, but she does.
Oh, but she does.
Oh,
that
but
would
she
be
does.
awesome. Okay, so those are your favorite impressions, but or I guess movies to do impersonations.
Yeah, those
too,
are a
but
couple of them. Yeah.
What would be your favorite actual voice actor to do?
Favorite actual voice actor. Well, this guy is not really as well known, but he's a YouTuber. His name is Brian Hull. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I don't think
before.
I've heard of Brian Hull.
But he did one thing where he did a compilation of basically like every single Disney voice
I did see that.
Yeah.
ever and sang Frozen. I
Yes.
think he did one was Hello by Adele.
Yes, I've seen
but
that. That's awesome.
He's excellent, and he's very good
Right.
at voice acting and animation and that sort of stuff. So I'd probably say him. I'd
Right.
probably have to say him.
Do you like Frank Caliendo? That's somebody that I like to listen
Yeah,
to.
Yes, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
Really good.
for sure. Yeah.
Well, being a voice impersonator, impressionist, I don't know what the technical term is, but doing that is not something I would have thought would be something that you would enjoy and be good at. I've heard that you're good at. This is new for me and Garrett. Neither one of us have heard it. You're kind of a closet impressionist.
Yes. Well, I actually have the only other time that I have really done impressions for anyone in a large audience, I guess, was in 10th grade for speech class,
Right.
and we had to do an after dinner speech. And so I was like, well, I can do some impressions, so I guess I'm going to do that. And I put each class member with a character from a movie or something.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of tied it in like that. So that's the only other time, other than just being at home and
Right, with your
just
sister.
quoting movies.
So this is your breakthrough
This
moment.
is my breakthrough moment.
When you get famous, remember the episode
Yes,
of that podcast.
absolutely.
That's right. Was the reception good for that particular?
Yes, everyone really liked it. Everyone really enjoyed it. Got a lot of laughs.
Well, good. That's what you're going for, I guess, with this. It's for comedy. So, all right, well, give us one.
All right. So I guess kind of this first little wave of impressions is going to be Star Wars impressions.
That's fitting. The
yes,
Rogue One movie just came out.
which was very good, by the way. Go and see it.
Very good, but very sad.
Yes.
I have no
spoilers.
comment.
No
Okay,
spoilers.
okay.
No spoilers. All right. So really, this first one, anyone can do it if they work on it.
Right.
But this is Chewbacca.
Okay.
So if you guys want to try this after I do it, I don't have the best one. I can't really get the tongue roll thing down.
Okay.
But you can just.
I will not be good at this. I guarantee.
All right. So here it goes. And that's really all I can do at that.
Yeah.
I can't get the tongue roll or anything.
I know what you're talking about.
And there's a little bit of a voice crack there too, so I apologize.
No, I think
for those of you listening.
I think it went good.
I'm not gonna try it.
You have to, the first thing you have to do is get like the right tone. So like in song leading or something, you have to get the right pitch. So you have to be like, oh. So it's kind of like that, and you have to get a little bit of it in your throat at the bottom of your throat, and then you just kind of belt it out, I guess.
That's pretty good.
So you like took lessons or you like
yes,
looked on YouTube?
I have an impressionist teacher that comes every Tuesday at 3:00, and we have a great time. Yes.
Is his name YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It is. Yes.
That's
Not
good.
every Tuesday though.
Yeah. All right. Another Star Wars.
Yes. So another one that I guess a lot of people can do is Yoda.
Okay. I like Yoda is one of my favorite characters just because of that. Just because of his voice.
I'm kind of starting off with the ones I can't do as well to kind of get those out of the way.
Okay.
But
that works.
Yeah. So here's Yoda. I got to get the thing in my throat. So let me.
Okay.
Lovely.
Very good. Yes, very good. Try not, do, or do not. There is no try. And that's my Yoda.
That's pretty good. It's better than I can do. That's for sure.
It's a very raspy sound. If you do it right.
Right.
But I can't really get that mix, I guess.
Gotcha.
But
okay. All right.
So this one apparently is one of your favorite Star Wars characters, even though everyone else hates him.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
no.
This is Jar Jar Binks, the infamous Gungan, who pretty much nobody likes.
Except for Jeremy.
Except for Jeremy.
Well, I'll admit. So I said that I liked him after the fourth one. Let's see.
Yeah,
First one. Episode 1. Yeah.
Episode 1.
And then you said that he wouldn't be in the other two as much. Mm-hmm. And the more I heard of him, after I realized that everyone else hates him, I was like, I can see how that's a little bit annoying.
Yes.
He's totally lame.
He gave the Senate to the Chancellor.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did
how much worse can you get?
But I will say that apparently this isn't a good thing, but I believe an individual at homeschool camp called me the Jar Jar Binks of homeschool camp, and at that time I did not know what that meant.
That was not complimentary.
Rough.
Yeah. So anyway, I am a popular young man.
You're just like, thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I
what
haven't
did you
seen
say to
Star
him?
Wars, but thank you. No, I don't know.
That means a lot.
I think I knew it was an insult, but I didn't understand how it was an insult, so I was like, all right. I don't know. I was like 16 or something.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so
All
go
right,
ahead.
yeah, so here it goes.
I want to hear this.
Okay.
You shall save me life. Mr. Jar Jar Binks. Mr. Your humble servant, yes.
Oh no, that won't be necessary.
But it is. Demanded by George Lucas, it is.
That was awesome.
That was really good. Oh, we are in for a treat today.
That was actually from Brian Hull too. That whole little
Okay,
thing
alright.
with George Lucas.
Citing
That's
your
right.
source? Okay.
Yes. And also another Gungan who is not as well known, I guess, but Boss Nass. He's kind of the big, fat guy.
Talking to the wrong man. I don't know.
He's sitting up on the throne in the Naboo Palace, and
Okay.
he kind of talks like this. He's like, Misa not think the Naboo so big. Oh, but they think their brain's so big.
I have no idea the context, but it was funny.
Hopefully Star Wars fans will get that.
I don't remember that one at all. But
hopefully not a lot of spit got everywhere.
Yeah. Oh,
All over my face.
all over your new beard.
Okay,
Oh,
what
well.
else you got?
So I'll do. This is a human finally. This is Luke Skywalker. And in the first one, he's very whiny,
Right.
as I'm sure you
Right.
picked up on.
I didn't. I watch movies and I just let the movies be. I don't notice things. Very
Yeah,
much.
well,
So-
he's very whiny in the
Okay.
first one. He's
Okay.
doesn't get his way because I have to go to Tashi Station and get some power converters.
Okay.
He's like that or whatever.
Okay.
So that's just kind of what Luke does.
Okay.
So moving on from Star Wars, this is kind of just the whole spectrum of movies, I guess.
Okay. Before you go, are we just doing movie characters or TV shows, or do you have other things as well?
I think there's a couple in here that are TV shows, maybe, but most of these are going to be movies.
Okay. Do you
Yes.
have any like real people? Do you have a Steven?
Do I have a No.
Oh,
I wouldn't
man.
venture there. No.
We should
No.
have done that.
I'll let you trot on that. ground.
You're intimidated too?
Yes.
Steven, you see here,
No.
they think you're intimidating. I
No.
don't.
You should
No.
be intimidated. He's doing your wedding. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So this first one, I don't know. I guess Garrett, you've seen the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yes.
But I don't know if Jeremy's
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
them, no.
Okay.
I'm
Well, this
homeschooled.
one is not from the Dark Knight trilogy. This is from the Lego movie.
Oh, I have seen that.
Batman, which is a lot easier to do because you don't have to torture your throat as you're trying to.
Okay.
It's like there's gravel in your throat with Christian Bale's. I don't know what he was doing there.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is the Lego Batman version. This is Will Arnett. He's a comedian.
Okay.
But this is just a little bit of Batman.
Pow, wham, kazap. Yeah, first try. I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
That's good.
That's good. I've seen that movie and that was pretty good. That's pretty good. I like
really-
a good Batman impression.
Yes. That was probably one of
And-
my favorite animated movies.
And it is a lot better than
overall.
Christian Bale's Batman.
Yeah.
Can you
I
even
did like those movies, but yeah,
Oh, yes.
that was a little weird.
Yeah, I loved it, the movies and Batman, but his voice was horrible.
Yes.
What can you even try a Christian Bale?
I can try, but I'll
If it's gonna
I
hinder the rest of
apologize
the
in
episode.
advance for the ones listening.
This
but-
is completely on the spot. Here we
All
go.
right, here we go. I gotta think. Let me think of a line real quick. Okay. So, oh yeah, here we go.
Rachel!
Perfect. Nailed it.
That's all you need right there is Rachel.
I don't know who
That's
Rachel
all he
is.
says throughout the second movie is Rachel.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so for the second one of the, I guess, the wide spectrum of movies, those of you who know me well know that I love The Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
I know
yes.
Garrett loves Lord of the
Yes.
Rings. Jeremy, you could not sit through all of them, I know.
Couldn't do the first one.
But,
It was so confusing. Anyway,
well, we can explain that to you later if need be.
that can be a
But I'm
different
sure
episode or
I'm sure
something.
you know somewhat of this character who is Gollum
Yes.
or Smeagol.
I've been
this
told
one-
I actually have a decent Gollum when
Really?
I tried it,
Yes.
but I didn't know who I was doing. I was just like, do
You-
this voice, and I
Yeah.
could do it. So anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's a really fun one to do. He's played by Andy Serkis, that was really like his first breakout career job of anything, of like motion capture or anything, and he kind of set the groundwork for that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so this is from Two Towers, near the end of the first disc of the extended edition. If
Okay.
you're watching the extended edition.
I wouldn't.
What's it doing, stupid fat hobbit? You ruins it!
What's to ruin? There's hardly any meat on them. What we need is a few taters.
What's taters, precious? What's taters, eh?
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Lovely big golden chips with a nice piece of fried fish. Even you couldn't say no to that.
Oh, yes, we could. Spoiling nice fish. Give it to us raw and wriggling. You keep your nasty chips.
You're hopeless.
I remember that exact scene, and that was flawless.
That's so good.
You weren't only Smeagol, you were Sam.
Yes.
That was great.
Excuse me.
He got a little choked up. It was so good. Bless him. I'm not even going to try to top that. Like, I remember how to do it a little bit, but I could not do it to the capacity he can.
I'm still choking. All right. So this one's kind of, excuse me. This one's kind of like Gollum or Smeagol. It's from an animated movie, an animated Disney movie. It's called Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
They have a great ride at Disney World.
Yes.
Great ride.
It smells very bad on that ride, I must say.
It does.
Yes. Okay. So yes, here we go.
Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. Family is broken, but it's good. Yeah, it's good.
It's
good.
Yeah, it's really good. You are blowing it out of the water.
That's another one that me and my sister like to quote a lot. Josie loves Stitch.
Can she do a Stitch?
No, she can't really do that one as much, but she just loves Stitch. Like, she thinks he's so cute, you know. All that
really?
stuff,
Okay.
you know, how girls think and all that.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
which he is
understand.
cute. He is cute.
I like
I
Stitch
must
a
say.
lot.
Yes.
His burps smell bad if they smell like
They-
in Disney World.
Yes. I think they're actually taking that ride out.
I'm
Yes.
glad.
Aren't they?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
This is also a Disney movie. This was loosely based on an ancient civilization, the Incas, the Emperor's New Groove.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
This is so good. Okay, let me stop you before you go on.
All right.
Me and Justin watched that movie together, and me and Garrett watched that movie together recently. But Justin and I, it's been a running joke ever since we watched it. He'll just come up to me and he'll go, "Are you kidding? This is hand-carved mahogany." And it's just so funny to me. And I mean, the whole movie's so quotable. So
Yes, it
I
very
love
much
it.
is.
Kronk is so funny. So I hope
Yes,
you're
and
doing
I
a
say,
Kronk.
Yes, I am. And again, I say this is very loosely based on the Incan civilization. So
Right,
that's
right.
Why
Very loosely.
Very loosely.
Llamas is about the only thing they get right. That's about the only thing.
But no yaks.
Yes.
Go ahead.
But yeah, and Patrick Warburton is the guy who does this. He has a
Yes.
very, very smooth, very deep voice. He has got a very good
He has
voice.
an iconic voice.
Yes, he does. Very much so. Yes. Oh, right. The poison for Cusco. Poison chosen especially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison. Squeakity squeak squawk and squeaking.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh dear.
You gotta
I
have
love
the
it.
move movements with
Yeah.
it too.
Squeaking.
Yeah, squeakity squeak squawk squeaking.
That's good. It's
Oh.
funny. How many more do you have prepared?
I have a few. I can narrow it down if I need to. I
You
probably
don't-
have.
I
I
think
probably
we're
have
good.
5 to 8 left, something like that. So
Okay.
and
well,
I can knock some off if I need to.
No, let's do them all. But first, let's do the Clash of the Wits, and it looks like we have not gotten Justin's joke. Justin is having technical difficulties today.
Yes.
But
That's one way to phrase it.
yeah. Anyway, so he will not be competing today. So Steven is up 4-3. So I think it's fair, personally, if we don't count this as a win. Let's just enjoy a good joke from our preacher. A preacher joke. So Steven, what do you got for us?
So it's the crazy Christmas shopping season. The other day, a couple were out shopping for Christmas presents. They had a lot to do. And while the wife was looking for various presents, her husband got away and she turned around to look for him, couldn't find him, called him on the cell phone and said, "Where are you? It's time to go. We got to get to the next store." He said, "Well, you remember several years ago that jewelry store that we walked in and you found that necklace that you liked? Well, I told you at the time I just couldn't afford it." With the tears welling up in her eyes, she said, "Yes, I remember. So he says, yeah, well, I'm at the gun shop next door to there.
That would have won.
That's pretty funny, but that was a funny story. I mean,
The build up. I like the ones that build up. Like
yeah,
that, develop
he's good at
story.
those. Justin's good at the little one-liners. and
Yes,
he's
those
good-
are. Yeah,
he's
they
good at the
both
stories.
have their place for sure.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
That was
All right.
great.
Well, good job, Steven. You're up 4-3, and hopefully next episode Justin will be able to contribute. And anyway, so what more do you guys for, sir?
Well, this next one, this was really, I guess, the first one that I ever started doing like a lot.
Okay.
And people in my class really liked it.
Okay.
And I don't know if you'll know this one or not, but have you seen Night at the Museum?
I've
At
seen
all?
the
Yes.
first one.
Have you seen the second one?
I have not.
No.
Okay. Well, go look this guy up afterwards. And I don't know how many of you listening have heard of this character either, but his name is Kamun Ra.
Kamun Ra?
He is, yes, Kamun Ra. He is the brother of Akhman Ra in the first one, so you can kind of make that tie there.
Okay.
But yeah, this is from the second one, Battle of the Smithsonian, and
Before you go on with it, I'm going to suggest to the listener, if you don't know who he's talking about, go ahead and listen.
yes, pause the video and go look.
This is a podcast.
Just
not
type
a
in
video.
comment.
Come on, Gable.
I'm sorry. Well, it's gonna be on YouTube soon.
Oh,
so-
spoiler!
Oh, spoiler!
There you go.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yes, it may be a video shortly.
All right, there we go.
Anyway,
Okay.
go ahead.
So, just as a precursor, I will also say this guy. Do you know Boris Karloff? He was kind of like the first one to do the vampire voice. He talks like this, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a vampire."
Yes.
He
Okay,
talks like
okay,
that.
okay.
So it's like that voice with a lisp.
Okay.
Okay. So just have that in your mind
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
And here we go. I am Kamundra, the great king of great kings, and from the darkest depths of ancient history, I have come back to life. Well, welcome back, welcome back. Perhaps you'd not hear what I just said. I'm a centuries-old Egyptian pharaoh. I was dead, but now I have come back to life. Yep, heard that part. Welcome back. Seriously, who is this guy? Who are you? Larry Daly? Well, Larry Daly of Daily Devices. I'm Kamun Ra.
I've never seen it, but that sounds.
It sounds good. So,
Yes, we enjoy that movie a lot at our house as well.
the Night at the Museums, they're good. I've only seen the first
Yes.
one, but I know that they're very
Yeah,
popular.
second one's not as good, but he's what makes it,
Okay.
in my opinion.
So he's like the Jar Jar Binks.
No. I've not seen it,
Wrong.
but no.
So I still don't understand how this works. Okay. All right. What's next?
Okay, so I know that you like the Muppets, at least.
I love the Muppets.
Garrett, do you like the Muppets?
Eh.
Yeah.
I don't like Garrett very much.
Hey, now. That's not get personal.
I'm just
Well, I know if Justin was here, he does a very good Swedish chef. I will
Oh,
try, I
yes.
will try to do it justice. If you want to do one after this, feel
oh,
free
I
to.
don't have a Swedish. chef.
But it's basically just jibber jabber is
Right,
all it is
right.
in a Swedish voice.
That's what makes it awesome.
Sebastian, I can tell you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I miss Sebastian.
I do
Did-
too.
did a
But
great
yeah,
visit.
so yeah, Swedish chef. Birdie, birdie, birdie. Bark, 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 and we get the cheeky Irish fur.
That's funny. That's good.
And what's so funny about him is the voice, and then it's a Muppet, but it's got human hands coming out, so he's like making meatballs and stuff, and it's really funny seeing that.
But
and
that doesn't
everything.
sound anything like Sebastian.
I know, but he's Swedish. So
Oh, okay.
He's in that
Close.
area. He's
Yeah.
in, yes, he's very
Yeah,
much in that area.
Europeans.
And then there's also Beaker, which is pretty easy to do. It's just like that. Also sounds like Miss Piggy doing Kermie, and that's just like Kermie.
I love the Muppets. I love it. Okay,
Yes,
good
I
work.
love the Muppets so much.
They're good.
Okay, so I assume that most of the ones listening know of Studio C.
Yeah.
Uh,
A lot of us do.
I very much love Studio C. I know everyone here does as well. And I know that you occasionally do Jeremy, the lobster bisque guy with the swipey.
Oh yeah, swipey.
Yes. And James Perry, he does that. And I'm just going to do a little excerpt out of that. Ryan Reynolds. Know that guy? Charles Barkley. Know him too? Yeah, Jim Carrey. They like it. Like what? Lobster bisque. 5 stars. 5 thumbs up. 5 children.
You haven't seen the video,
No, I
have you?
have not.
Well, I know what we're doing after we record, because that is a classic.
And if you have not seen that, pause the video and go watch Lobster Bisque Studio C.
Podcast.
Sorry, I'm so see, I look at YouTube videos and I look at impressions and I'm just so used to saying videos. My apologies.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's
My
okay,
apologies.
All right. Well, have you saved the best for last? Do you do you have some good
Yes.
ones left? Okay. Let me pause you, and I'm gonna interview you a little bit.
Okay.
What got you started doing impressions? I know that you have a love for movies.
Yes.
So I assume that has some influence into it, but I am not a good impressionist, and well, I don't really love movies either, but there are movie lovers that don't become impressionists. So what made you become an impressionist?
Well, yeah, I guess as you said, I've always loved movies, and my dad, I guess, is the one that really got me into it. You know, he's the one that got me into Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and all that sort of stuff.
So he got you into the movies?
Yeah, he got me in kind of the movie vibe, I guess. And if
Gotcha.
you've ever seen my room, then you know that
Yes.
I like movies.
Yes.
Never seen it.
Well, you need to see it sometime. Movie posters galore.
All right.
Yes.
Figurines.
Yes,
Ooh,
figurines.
figurines.
Action figures.
Oh,
Get it right.
excuse me.
Get
Dolls.
it right.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Shots
Shots have been
Eee.
fired. But yeah, he always like even now, like you wouldn't know it, I'm sure, but he goes around quoting movies as well.
Okay. All right.
And
I didn't know that.
And so I guess that's kind of where I got it from, I guess. And you know, everybody gets a chuckle out of it.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, this is getting me some laughs. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and, you know, I've always been, you know, sort of a shy guy.
Right.
And past few years, at least I hope people have realized that I've kind of come out of my shell.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, we have.
So, especially since I'm on this podcast doing impressions right now.
Yes.
So
we have
I would
tons of listeners.
Oh yes, yes. So yeah, I guess that's a little bit of how I got into impressions.
Okay.
Is what I would say.
Well, very good. I guess I kind of asked this before, but your favorite character to perform is what?
Well, Smeagol and Gollum is very fun to do.
Right.
Just because he's the double personality is really fun to do.
Right.
And like I said, the Grinch and Elf, that's really fun to do as well.
Are you going to give us a Grinch and Elf?
Yes,
Okay.
that's Christmas edition is coming up.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Very good.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, and I got 2 more questions prepared for you.
All right.
Do you have any tips for anyone that wants to learn doing voice impressions, voice impersonations, whatever you call them? I know I would like to be better at it. I think it's just hilarious. I love to watch the videos of people doing it. And there may be a kid out there, maybe, who knows, Camden. Maybe Camden listens to the show or something. He likes to do it. I just pick a random name, but Camden Whitby, somebody. So what tips would you give them?
Well, what a lot of people they get discouraged from the get-go because they try to do voices that they think they would be good at or that they think they want to do,
right?
And then they can't really do them. For instance, I've always really wanted to do Daffy Duck. Or not Daffy, Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
I should say. Donald Duck is really hard to do because you have to get like a air pocket in your cheeks, and there's all these different people do it different ways.
Seems really hard.
Yeah, it's apparently my uncle Stan could do it at one point. I don't know if he can still do it.
We're talking to Stan.
But yeah, ask him.
Yeah.
If he can still do it.
So it runs in the family.
But yeah, but just whatever you think you might be good at, don't get discouraged. Try different ones that you think you might want to do, and I've probably gone through like 20, and I can only do like 3 or 4 out of those 20 that I've looked at. So you just gotta find what you're good at.
Gotcha.
I guess.
how do you? What's like your process of how you learn a new impression? You say not get discouraged.
Yeah.
Is it YouTube? Is it
Yes.
a mirror? Is it recording yourself? All the above.
It's I don't really do it in the mirror as much unless it's like I've tried to do Trump, as I've told you before. I might do that one, just like a quick little one,
I wanna
but
hear
I
that.
don't know.
I want to see what you got.
But yeah, YouTube is definitely a huge part of it, and also recording, as you said. I exclusively did it for the podcast, just so I could
Right.
refine it a little bit, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, I guess that's kind of the process, and I just do it over and over again until I get the right sound. I listen to other people do it,
Right.
see how it sounds. So yeah, and some
Gotcha.
of them are still a work in progress, of course.
Well, yeah. Hey, you got to
Yeah.
have something to be working on. Do you have
Yes.
any questions for him, Garrett?
No, that pretty much sums it up.
All right. Well, I want to hear what you got left, and I might add. I want you to do the Gollum again before we're done. So,
Okay,
close
good
us
deal.
out with Gollum.
Absolutely. All right, so as I said, I have some Christmas impressions coming up, and I
Okay.
said that The Grinch and The Elf are some of my favorites to do.
Okay.
Jim Carrey is the movies that you get that are clean are very funny. The Grinch is one of those,
Right.
or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I should say. But there's just so many scenes in there, so many good one-liners,
Yeah.
so many quotable lines in that movie, and I think I have a couple here, so I'll do those real quick. The nerve of those Who's inviting me down there on such short notice. Even if I wanted to go, my schedule wouldn't allow it. 4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I bump the loathing to 9, I can still be done to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear? All right, you're a reindeer. Here's your motivation. Your name is Rudolph. You're a freak with red nose, and nobody likes you. Then one day, Santa picks you, and you save Christmas. No, forget that part. We'll improvise. Just keep it kind of loosey-goosey. You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas is a lousy ending. Way too commercial. Action! Brilliant! You reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism. Why didn't I think of that? Cut, print, check the gate, moving on. And that's the Grinch.
It's so good. I have not seen that version of the movie. I don't know if I've seen the entire cartoon, but
Both of them
I've
are
heard
very
it. So,
good,
yeah,
yes.
that's very good. Very
Yes. And then the elf as well, played by Will Ferrell.
good. Of
I
course.
love that movie.
Yes,
We're
was
watching it
so
tonight.
fun. All right. Can I come over?
It's me and Alyssa, so if you want a third
Okay,
wheel.
I won't come. Then. I'll just be looking through the window. Yeah, but I think I have. There's a couple in this one as well.
Go for it.
So the one that everyone attributes a lot is the one where he's singing in the store. So I'll do that one real quick. I'm singing, I'm in a store and I'm singing, I'm in a store and I'm singing. Hey, there's no singing in the North Pole. Yes, there is. No, there's not. We sing all the time, especially when we're making toys. There's an evil box underneath the window and it sounds like this. No, buddy, that's just the radiator. It makes noise when the heat comes on. No, it's very evil. It's oh no, you're right. Okay, I love you. I'll call you in 5 minutes. No, buddy, you don't have to do that. Good idea. You call me. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now. I painted a picture of a butterfly. That one's really, really fun to do. No matter what you do, it's gonna be fun.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is good. Oh dear, I'm really looking forward to watching. I've seen the movie a couple times, but I don't remember all the one-liners and
Yes.
stuff. So
We'll look for those.
Oh, you
Yes, I
have
will.
seen it?
yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, good.
I've seen it twice.
Great movie.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. And then this one's just a quick one, so I'll get this one out of the way. Home Alone is
Okay.
another classic.
Right.
Marv is the one with the fro
Okay.
and kind of the goatee and everything.
Right.
And this is the scene where he's this is Home Alone Lost in New York, so this is the second one.
Okay.
But this is where he's in the house that's being renovated. He's at the top. There's a big hole in the floor.
Okay.
And he thinks he's got the kid, and he's up there. He's like, he says, excuse me, I'm laughing thinking about it. Harry, I've reached the top. No! Wow, what a hole. That's just like, my dad likes that scene a lot.
Wow.
I need to
what a
see
hole.
that movie.
I think I've seen parts of it. Dun dun dun.
You've seen parts of a movie. That is
Story
a
of your life.
Yeah, no, but well, I was gonna say something about that. That what a hole! I can see you
Yes.
quoting that all the time. Look,
Yeah, and he's looking up at the hole. He's like, wow.
yeah. that's funny. All right, what else?
So kind of diverting from Christmas a little bit. This one, this is an ethnicity, I guess, impression.
Okay.
This is specific to a certain class of people, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And this one has a story with it as well.
Okay.
When me, my mom, and Josie were down in Montgomery for the state softball tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and they had just won, so we didn't know to get a hotel or anything, so we were trying to book a hotel.
Right.
And of course, when we called to book a hotel, it was an Indian person
Okay.
on the telephone.
Okay.
They're super hard to understand. Super nice people, but really hard to understand,
Right.
especially on the telephone.
Yes.
I don't know why the companies hire
I don't
them to
understand
be on the
either.
phone.
Maybe to discourage customer
I
service.
do, yeah. Whatever the case may be, we got him.
Okay.
And so my mom was going through the motions and everything, and she was telling him, email address. And once we got to the email address, she said the end of the email address was pcl.net.
Okay.
And so then the guy was like, PCL, you mean the Puppy Cat Lima?
Hold on. What? I didn't get it.
He said Puppy Cat Lemur. He's like, Puppy Cat Lemur? And we were all she had it on speaker too, so we were all sitting in the car that we were all trying not to laugh our hardest. My mom was like turning away, she was trying not to laugh, and she was like, yes, Puppy Cat Lemur.
Do it again. One more time.
Puppy Cat Lemur.
That's a soundbite we need to save.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
That's your new ringtone right there.
Yeah, that's a good little story there.
Yes. But,
All right, what else? Let's kind of fire through these.
All right. Well, let's see here. Oh, I said, so I'm going to pay homage to Sebastian here a little bit.
Okay.
This guy, he's a fictional character. He is from the movie Frozen. He works at a trading outpost.
Yes.
The one we all know and love, Wandering Oaken.
He is so funny.
He is very funny. And if Garrett, if you want to try this one after,
I
or
want you to
Jeremy,
try
or whoever, but he's just like, hello, big summer blowout. A sunbomb of my own invention. Yeah. I'm laughing just doing it. And then at the end, when he's selling Anna her things, he's like, oh, so just the boots and the dress, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, big summer blowout.
Yeah, he did that at Disney World like the whole time.
The whole time, yes.
We were waiting in line for the Frozen ride. He's like, yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
One of the best parts of the movie,
Yes,
in my opinion.
Yes, one of my favorite characters.
Yes. And that's about it.
No Donald?
No, because I cannot do Donald.
Okay.
No, so I am not going to try to do it and torture the listeners
Okay.
through that process.
Well,
Would have been huge.
Would have been huge.
Huge.
Well, go ahead and give us Gollum one more time, speaking in that mic real clearly for the people, and we'll wrap it up.
Everyone listening to the Upside Down podcast, thanks for listening. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, too. No, Precious, no! Not a Happy New Year! No! Oh, we're going to go eat some taters. No, not taters, Precious. We can't eat Hobbit food. Goodbye, everyone.
Very good. Very good,
Good
sir.
job.
That was very
Thank
good.
you,
That
thank
took a lot of guts to come on the show and do that. So we really appreciate you doing that.
Thank
Let's
you very
answer
much.
some listener questions. What do you say? I want you to contribute, Gable. So don't feel like you are
Absolutely. I
shutting
will
it
try
down.
my
So,
best.
at Bradley S. Collins on Twitter, he responded to our last episode where I referenced some of my coworkers that did that got in the wrong visitation line, and he tweeted us and said, "Wrong visitation lines? That's not nearly awkward enough. I once merged unaware into a funeral procession in Nashville."
Oh dear. Oh no.
What's funny is my dad got caught in a funeral line one time in a funeral procession, and so that's
Oh,
very funny. That's awesome. Okay, our first question, I suppose. Heather Valander, my sister, gave us a question. What's your favorite flavor of cake? And I would say ice cream cake. I'm not actually a traditional cake lover that much, but I love some ice cream cake, and some cookie cake's good too.
It'd be close for me between strawberry and chocolate chip cake, like chocolate chip cake.
Oh wow!
I love the texture of the chocolate chips in there.
Okay.
When it's a little bit melted.
Wow, you really got in depth with that one.
Yeah, I know.
I've never had a strawberry cake, I don't think, so I think I'd like that. What about you, Gable?
My favorite is probably the cake that I've had for my birthday for probably like the past 6 years now.
Uh-huh.
It's called a Heath Bar cake.
Okay.
Heath Bar is like toffee,
Right.
sort of. And then it has like caramel and whipped cream and gooey goodness. The longer
Right.
it sits, the better it is. And I love it so much. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Very good. Let's see. Abby Caroline, whoever that is on Twitter, she
Hey,
tweeted
now.
us, what are your favorite winter/holiday traditions and or memories? And in the tweet, she gave us 2 emojis. She gave us the snowman emoji and a snowflake. I just thought that we should mention that.
Okay.
Anyway, so what's your favorite holiday, winter tradition and or memory?
My favorite is not like necessarily a specific one. It's opening presents on Christmas morning every morning.
Okay.
That is my favorite couple hours of the year.
Right.
I love it. Paper everywhere, seeing what you get, seeing like the reaction of other people. So yeah.
I like. This isn't my answer, but I like to watch people open the gifts I got them. Like, the things I got Alyssa for this year. We're opening them on Tuesday because I'm going out of town, and so I'm like so excited for Tuesday because I can't wait to see what she got. But I don't know. That's just something that I've grown to really love as I've gotten older. But mine, we always go up to Cincinnati for the holidays, and so that's the only tradition I've ever known, really, except for one year when Matthew was born, we didn't go, and I don't really remember much of that year, to be honest. But one of my favorite memories is when, I don't remember how old I was, maybe I was 12, and I got an iPod Shuffle for the holidays for our giving, and I tell you what, I was so excited. That was the most excited I've ever been.
iPod Shuffle. That's a
iPod
blast
Shuffle.
of the past.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
were those
It
were
was the one with the
things back
clip.
then.
It had a clip. It was
Yes.
so cool. So cool. What about yours?
Well, my favorite memory/tradition, I guess. The past several years, we've gone to Decatur to see the lights in the historic districts
Oh,
and
okay.
everything.
I didn't know they
and
had
they
that.
and they assign awards and stuff, like honorable mentions, and
Right.
there's specific categories and stuff. And it's really cool to go and see the lights like that and everything, and the creativity that people put
Yeah.
into them.
I love lights. I just
Yes.
love it. We went to the Opryland Hotel yesterday, and that's what it's called, right? Opryland.
Yeah, Upperland.
I don't know why I doubted myself there for a second, but the lights in there were just beautiful. I love lights this time of year. So, all right. Matthew asked us, my little brother Matthew, it's just a family affair today. What is your dream car, color, and type? And mine would be probably something I'm hoping to get one day is a Mini Cooper, and I love them. And I would love to have like a dark blue with orange stripes. You know, Mini Coopers often have those stripes. You're giving me a
Rolling
glare.
eyes.
You're rolling the eyes. Yeah. But I would love to have that with the orange stripes, the burnt orange stripes on the hood. I think that'd be so.
So that's
sweet.
like, I know you want one, but that's your dream car.
Well, okay. Maybe not my. That's what I hope to have one day if I have blessed with a job that can afford to get one. But maybe, I guess my dream car, maybe a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that.
Yeah, mine's a Lamborghini.
But I mean, realistically, what's a dream car?
Realistically,
I mean, okay, where you don't have to be a millionaire to have it.
I don't know. I've always liked. I like the Dodge Chargers a lot.
What color would you get?
Red or black.
Red or
like
black?
Crimson red.
Yeah.
Or black.
I think a black Charger would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Gable?
A 1999 silver Honda CR-V.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what you
Living
got.
the dream.
Yes. No, not really.
That's awesome.
Not really. No, I like Chargers a lot too. I like Camaros. Camaros are
The new ones or the old ones?
Yeah, the new ones. New ones or old ones, really.
Yeah, those
But
are cool.
The new ones look really mean. Is it like when you see them go?
They look like they may transform into something.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like Bumblebee or something.
Yeah. I haven't seen those
That would be
movies.
awesome.
Yes.
I haven't either. I
Wow.
was never a big Transformers fan.
I wasn't either.
Well, the movies didn't do them justice for sure.
Yeah.
I never even saw all of them. They were so bad.
Well, when you have, what's that guy's name? The actor. What's his name?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. When you have him in there, what can you do? You know.
Just do it.
Another impression. There we go.
Got a free one there.
More or less. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Gable. We apologize, but when we had Sebastian with us, we just completely forgot. It was completely my fault. I completely forgot to write down in my notes your question for us. It was in my phone.
It was a very important guess, so it's understandable.
Yeah, I just completely forgot. But what is your question for the show?
So my question was, if you could listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Whew, one song.
Wow, I can't answer this question.
Now, secular?
Yeah, secular, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, one of my all-time favorite songs, I don't know if this is my answer, but this is up there, is Classic by MKTO.
Oh, yeah.
I love that song. I don't know what it is.
so classic.
Yeah. Living in a world gone plastic.
That might get annoying real fast for the rest of your life.
I don't know, man. I love that song. I've heard that song so many times. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I can't answer that. Realistically.
I know what Sebastian would answer. Deeper Than the Holler, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sebastian. Okay, so you can't answer the question. Can you even give us one of your favorite songs?
Look, I have a song for everything.
I know.
So it's hard for me to be like, I don't know.
Don't know? Okay.
I really don't know. I like the new Train song. Play that song.
Play that song? That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd want to listen to the rest of my life.
Right?
Honestly.
That's the dilemma.
Yeah, it's a dilemma. No kidding. All right. Well, it is now time for the best advice in the world. This week we have what is the best way to care for your facial hair. This is kind of an off-the-wall one, but I think it's fitting because, Mr.
I have a beard.
Well, I was going to say Gable now has a chin strap.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But it looks good on you, man.
Well, thank you.
And I shave about once a week, twice a week. So, I that's how I care for my facial hair. But how do you care for your facial hair?
I am actually, like I mentioned, I've never grown a beard before.
Right.
So I'm still trying to figure it out. One thing that I'm learning is to never trim it. I mean, always keep it growing as long as possible.
Right.
People at work love that. That kind of wild man look.
Right.
And
it ties back to, I guess it was last week with the job interview.
Yeah.
If you have a job interview, grow your beard out as long as you possibly can, and that's really what helps. Show off that your priorities are in the right shape. You don't have time to shave.
You have time to work.
That's
not
right.
time to shave.
You could also show your individuality by only shaving one half of your face. That would really get you the job if you do that.
That is good advice.
Wow.
Yes. That's a good way to care for it. But I think caring for your facial hair isn't really cutting it. Maybe it's like a product. So I would suggest maybe tomato juice at night. Putting it in
never
there.
thought about that.
It gets rid of the skunk smell. So I think that could be beneficial.
And you could lick your mustache later and eat the tomato juice, right?
That's right, and it's nutritious.
Right.
Or you could just go outside, rub some grass together, and just rub it all over your face. That's really good conditioner.
That's how I get a beard.
Yes. There you go.
You need more grass.
Miracle Grow.
Well, thank you for listening to three young men giving you advice, and that would be the best advice in the world. Well, we really want to thank Gable for joining us today. Those impressions were really, really good. I'm not just saying that. Those
thank you
were
very
very
much.
good.
Thank
I
you
really,
for having
really
me.
love the Gollum. That was
you.
great. So, do not be afraid to show that off to your friends. That was good. One quick word before we close up. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, especially follow us on Twitter. It'd be much easier to interact with you, get the questions on the show on Twitter than Facebook. So if you could do that, that helps us out if you have a Twitter. Give us a comment on iTunes. That always helps us out. So if you can take the time to do that, that would mean a lot to us. And also, as Gable gave the information, we are going to be putting these up on our YouTube channel that we have created. We actually created it today.
Woo!
And there could be some fun, exciting things that could happen here in the future on that channel. So who knows? Who knows what the future holds? God knows. But so you can look for that on YouTube. So that will be Upside Up Podcast on YouTube. Go and subscribe to us there, and like and comment on there if you so choose. That's really just to give you another way to listen, maybe an easier way. I know a lot of people YouTube, and not as many people have the podcast app or SoundCloud and that kind of thing. So
I am one of them.
yeah. So if that can help you out, we hope it will. So I think that's all the housekeeping this time. We may have some things here in the future that we're excited about. I know that we have some plans, and I just realized I'm going down these notes, and I didn't give my food for thought. So I'm going to do that right quick, and this kind of closes us out. It's just a little thought that I was thinking about, and that is to appreciate those in your life, especially this time of celebration and family. As you travel abroad and see your family members, appreciate those. Appreciate the time that you have with them. I know that being around family sometimes can be difficult, but appreciate those people. They will not be there forever, so not to be dark, but to be sober, I suppose. Appreciate those people. So that's a little bit of food for thought.
I like it.
I'm glad you like it, buddy. All right, we want to thank Katie for her excellent work writing and playing our music. We've got some stuff still in the works. I'm sorry that we haven't gotten it out yet, but we do have some more music coming to the show. She does a fantastic job. So we really thank her. We want to thank Kevin for helping us record the song. We want to thank Justin and Steven for their jokes every week. That means a lot to us, helps us out, and I hope Justin can join us next time for the joke. I want to thank our editors, Caleb, Joshua, and Corbin, for their awesome help. Corbin's back in town. He couldn't join us today, but happy he's back, and they do an amazing job. Caleb did an amazing job last week, so we really appreciate him. I wish I could pay him, but I'm in college. So anyway, we want to thank Gable again for his awesome job, and I want to thank Garrett for doing this with me and being here for every episode, giving of your time. I appreciate it.
I love it.
I'm glad you love it. I love it. All right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us today, the listener, and we hope you'll stay upside up in this upside down world. And we'll talk at you. We may talk at you at the new year. So how about that? Have a good week, guys.
We need words for this.
Bum, bum,
Jam.
bum.
This is a great song, but I don't know any reputable lyrics.
Yesterday, did you see highlights of that
They
game?
lost.
Did you see what they were playing in though? It was like
cold.
a blizzard.
Was it
Coming
really?
yeah, it was ridiculous. And I was like, we live in Alabama.
We live in
And the
Alabama.
quarterback
That's going
said
on
like
the
the whole
Lakers.
time like he couldn't get a grip on the ball.
Please put that for Caleb.
Yep,
Mariota's a joke.
You're a joke.
that's what I was about to say.
Why do you like Mariota?
He's a talented young man, and boy, he is a nice young fella.
Did you see his fumble?
No, I
It was such a disaster. I have a beard.
haven't. He does have a beard, and it looks pretty good.
First
on
time
him.
in my life.
I don't have a beard.
It's okay.
I actually haven't seen much of you, buddy. I mean, we went to Nashville yesterday, but before that, we hadn't seen very much of each other this week, at least.
Yeah, you're too busy with school and girls and stuff like that. Girl, not girls.
Yeah. You
clear that
better
up.
clarify that, sir. Hey, can you turn that off for a second?